and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a little bit of a WIP update because I haven't done one for a really long time actually. I had a look back on my channel and I was like, I can't even remember the last time I did a WIP update. So I thought I would do one with you guys. Now I'm going to be honest, I haven't had a lot of time to crochet in the past little while. So I haven't really been working on much, and some of these projects you have seen before. So I apologize, but this is just a little bit of an update to show you guys what I've been up to. So basically I take you through my crochet projects that I'm working on. I've got a knitting project that I'm working on, which you would have seen in my previous video if you've watched that. And I'm also going to take you guys through a new pattern design that I am going to be working on really soon. So if that is something that you are interested in, just keep on watching. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to show you guys this millennial jumper that I've been working on. This is an Etsy order that I have currently got going. It's almost finished. All I have to do now is add on those wrist cuffs and create the puffy sleeve that we all love. This is one of my original patterns. If you're not already aware, I'm sure most of you would be aware that this is one of my patterns. You've probably seen it in my videos before, but just in case you're not aware, this is one of my original patterns. This is called the Millennial Jumper. The pattern is available either on my website, on Etsy, and on Ravelry, and it will soon be coming to Ribbler, which is a story for another day. I do plan on making a whole nother video on Ribbler because I'm absolutely in love with it, and I think it's something that you will all be interested in as well. But to give you guys an idea of what Ribbler is, it's basically an up-and-coming crochet, knitting and sewing platform, basically where you can purchase patterns and designers can upload their patterns and sell their patterns. But it is like a revolutionary, it's like nothing that's ever been done before. So I'm really excited to take you guys through that, but that will be, as I said, another video for another day. But that was the first thing I wanted to show you guys. I kind of wish it was in a different color because obviously you guys have all seen it in this mustard color before, but this is the color that the order was for. So that's what I'm making. If you have ordered this jumper, if this is yours, I don't know if you're watching, I don't know if the person that ordered this jumper watches my videos or follows me on social media, but it will be finished in the next couple of days and it will be shipped out to you. So keep an eye out for the postie because it is going to be on its way to you very soon. Next up, we have a project that you've all seen before as well, if you watch my videos, that is, and it is my scrap blanket that I have been working on for I don't even know how long, guys. It's been a really long time. It's kind of been pushed to the back of my mind because I've been so busy with other stuff, but I am determined to get this finished sometime soon. It's already like massive. I could finish it right here, right now if I wanted to, but I think I will do a few more extra rows and then I'll finish it off. And then as promised in my first scrap blanket video, I will film part 2 of the scrap blanket video and show you how I finish it off and show you guys what border I'm going to put on it, which I have not decided on yet. So if you do have any border suggestions or if you have favorite borders that you like to use for blankets, please comment them down below because I love to hear your ideas, because chances are you guys will know of things that I've never heard of before or things that I've never tried before because I don't make a lot of blankets. So if you guys have any border ideas for my scrap blanket, please let me know. But I'm going to stand up, let me take my shoes off, and I will stand up and show you guys just how big this blanket is. It's bloody massive. I don't think I'll be able to fit it in the frame, but we'll see how we go. So this is it. So as you can see, it's already huge. I could finish it off now if I wanted to, but keep in mind, these straps are meant to be going diagonal, so that is the width, not the length. So that's the width of the blanket, and then that is the length. So as you can see, it's not really big enough that way to be finished. So that's what I mean when I say I want to add on a few extra rows because it's not quite wide enough, if that makes sense. I wanted to make it big enough to fit 2 people under, so that's why it's that big. Obviously, if you were making a scrap blanket, you wouldn't have to make it that big if it was just for one person or for a child even. I went a bit OTT, to be honest. But anyway, who doesn't love a huge, big, snuggly blanket? Next up, we have my knitting project, which I wanted to give you guys an update on. Since being in lockdown, I've been looking for new challenges, I suppose. I wanted to learn something new. As much as I love crochet, I just don't find it challenging anymore. It all comes really, really easily to me. There's not much that I don't think I could make. Like, I could make anything. If you give me a pattern, a crochet pattern for anything, I could easily make it. I wouldn't find it challenging at all. So I thought I would give knitting a go because I have never been able to pick it up and it's always been really foreign to me. So anyway, I decided to give it a go and it's all going really well so far. I'm actually so proud. Go back and watch my previous video if you haven't already, because you'll see that it was definitely a struggle at the start. Once I got started, I feel like it was actually pretty easy. So I'm really happy with how it's turning out so far. It's really hard to show you guys because it's so bunched up on the needles. Let me see if I can get my camera to focus on this properly. But basically this is a top-down sweater. The pattern is called the Flax Sweater by Tin Can Knits. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, so you can just go in there and download it for free. How good's that? And it is meant to be a beginner-friendly sweater pattern. So I thought I would give it a go, and so far I'm actually really happy with it. So it's got this garter stitch detail here, which is going to be on the sleeve, so on both sides. And then obviously you've got the front and the back, or back and front. I don't know which way it goes around. I have already learned so much just from making this much of this sweater. So pretty much before I started making this, all I knew how to do was knit and purl. That was absolutely it. And cast on. That's literally as far as my skill set went when it came to knitting. Now that I've come this far, I have learned a few more techniques, which is really exciting. So what have I learned? I have learned the make one increase, and I've learned the knit front back increase. And I've also learned how to fix my mistakes, which is absolutely amazing because I have definitely made quite a few mistakes in this. And rather than pulling my entire project, which is what I would normally do because I had no idea how to fix anything, I've been able to fix things by just undoing a few rows. So like, life changer, to be honest. So the technique that I've been using, I believe, is called twinking. That's what I've been told that it is called, and it's basically the process of unknitting your work. So obviously when you're knitting, you knit going forwards. This technique basically shows you how to unknit your work so you can go back and correct mistakes. It's an absolute life changer. If you are an aspiring knitter like me, I definitely recommend learning it before you get started because it has absolutely changed my whole outlook on knitting. I used to absolutely hate the idea of knitting because I was always like, but if I make a mistake, I can't fix it. I literally have to start again. And what are the chances of me getting through an entire project without making any kind of mistake? So it just always terrified the crap out of me, thinking that if I ever make a mistake, I'm gonna have to start all over again. But I have now learned that that is not the case, and if you learn the technique of twinking, it will change your whole outlook on knitting, I promise you. There are actually a few of us. Over on Instagram, we've created a little group chat where we are kind of motivating each other, I suppose. We're all really beginner knitters, but all really want to learn how to knit. So we started this little group chat for anyone who wanted to join us on our knitting journey. So we've got a handful of people in the group. If you wanted to join, please feel free to contact me on Instagram. I'd be more than happy to add you to the group chat. And you can join us making the flax sweater, or you can BYO knitting project and make whatever you like. Not everyone is making the flax sweater in the group. There are a couple of people that are doing other things, which is totally fine. But I thought it would be fun to start like a little support group chat just to help motivate each other, because like honestly, if it wasn't for that group chat, I probably would have given up already. So it's been really good for motivation and to keep going and just stick it out until you get it, because when you're learning something new, it is really easy to just give up because it's just all too hard, you know? So if you are interested in joining our group chat and joining us on our little knit along, please feel free to contact me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is KatePulizzi_. I will leave a link down below to my Instagram account. So for a little while now, I've been promising you guys that I would film and upload a video or a series of videos explaining my entire crochet design process, and I am pleased to say that I am about to start designing my very next pattern, which will be a jumper pattern. I'm not going to reveal too much just in case it doesn't go to plan, but it will be a jumper pattern. It will be beginner friendly, and I am going to film my entire process from the very beginning to the very end. So if that is something you're interested in, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications, because then you will be notified of all my future videos. So when I do upload it, you will be notified. So stay tuned for that one. I'm really, really excited, but I'm going to show you the yarn that I'm going to be using for this pattern. I have this huge floor rug that I made many, many years ago. If you've watched my video titled Whips I Forgot I Had or something like that, you would have seen this. I'll stand up and show it to you guys if you haven't seen it. So this is what it looks like. It is absolutely massive. As you can see, it's huge. And look, I really loved it at the time, but right now, like, I don't have a use for it. I've never used it. It's been in storage this whole time ever since I made it, and I've never ever used it. I did try selling it, I think, in my Etsy shop, but obviously it didn't sell. So I'm going to pull this apart. As sad as that makes me, I'm going to pull this apart, and I plan on using this yarn for my next design. So the yarn I used for this was Lion brand Hometown USA. I forget what the color is called, but it's just like a beigey, creamy color, as you can see. It is quite a chunky yarn. I would have to look up what weight this yarn is. I think it comes under the bulky category, but for us Aussies who operate in like plies, I'm not sure. I want to say it's definitely thicker than a 12 ply. I think this would probably come into like maybe even a 16 ply or something like that. It's quite chunky, but the good thing about this is it means my next pattern will work up super duper quickly, and it's great for beginners because working with a chunky yarn is just going to make life easier if you are a beginner, because you can see things better, it's not too fiddly, you can use a bigger hook, which is sometimes helpful for beginners. So I'm excited to give this a go and design my next pattern. So stay tuned for that. But you guys know my go-to yarn is usually this, which is the Spot Saver USA style, which is a 10 ply or an Aran weight yarn. But I thought, you know what, I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone. I need to start using something else, because everyone's probably gonna be like, oh my God, she's using that yarn again. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of her using that same yarn every time. Especially for those of you who don't have access to it if you are overseas. I'm pretty sure Lion brand is like a worldwide brand. I'm pretty sure you can get these pretty much anywhere. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to make good use of this rug that I made. I actually hate to think how many skeins of yarn are in this. I'm going to say somewhere around 50. I'm not even joking. It's that big and it's that heavy. I'd love to weigh it and just see how much it actually weighs to see how many skeins of yarn are in there. But anyway, that's what I'm going to make my newest design out of. So stay tuned for that. If you have ever been interested in designing crochet garments or just designing crochet patterns in general, I feel like you will really enjoy this little mini series I have coming up on how I design my patterns. So stay tuned for that. But that pretty much wraps up today's video, guys. Sorry I'm looking like this, but you know what? We are in lockdown, and like, I'm really enjoying not having to wear makeup. I know I said this in my last video, but I'm just really enjoying not having to wear makeup. So I'm sorry guys, but you're just gonna have to deal with me looking like this for the foreseeable future, because I'm not interested in wearing makeup anytime soon. So anyway, I hope you guys are all staying safe. I hope you aren't going too crazy if you are in lockdown like I am. If your life is getting back to normal, I am so jealous. I can't wait till that happens for us in Melbourne. But anyway guys, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.